Animal cruelty is a horrible thing for any animal any animal to go through, and also it's a very horrible thing for any human to commit.
I think that it's wrong, and I think that people should treat their animals with respect.
Dogs, cats, horses, and livestock are the most abused animals. Puppy mills are large-scale commercial operations that put greater priority in profit than the health and care of their puppies.
I think people abuse animals because they look at the animal like it's just an item and not a living being that has emotions and feelings.
I think they abuse their animals so they have something to take their anger out on.
Even on the outside, don't you want to live without hindsight? 'Cause our future looks so bright.
Well, a lot of times, like with many things in life, it is how you're raised and what you learn when you're growing up. For example, in a family that treats animals like part of the family, that's what a child learns.
On average, 10 million animals are abused per year in the United States.
In a family where an animal is treated more like a piece of property, or maybe even neglected or hit, then maybe that's what the child learns. And then as we all grow, as people, and we become adults, we get chances to re-examine some of the ideas that we grow up with, and hopefully we overcome some of the bad things that maybe we've learned.
This is a story of Moose. One day, the Johnson parents were out of town and their daughter was at school. A family friend came to check on the house. The entire home was disheveled and the back door was open and a footprint was left on a table near a window. Later, the family friend found Moose laying in the corner. When they found Moose, she was bleeding from a gunshot wound. The county sheriff found 2 bullet fragments lodged into the wall. The vet said Moose's lung was punctured by the bullet and that's why she collapsed. The vet couldn't save her life, so Moose had to be euthanized. The mother said, and I quote, "I want the person who did this to be found and prosecuted at the highest extent of the law." She probably just wanted to know who was in her house, Johnson's daughter Sarah said. The family was heartbroken. The definition of animal abuse is inflicting physical pain, suffering, or death of an animal. The authorities said this isn't a common act. The authorities said the burglars have been arrested and are facing many charges. The APNM teams up with the county police and the owners to set up a reward system. They ask people for tips about what they've seen or heard about the animal that has been killed, abused, or taken. And if they give advice that is usable, they will get the reward that is listed on the reward sheet. This is a helpful way of finding the people who have committed these crimes. Ways to prevent animal cruelty. Teach children to respect animals. Volunteer to help animals. Report abuse if you see it.
So some positive changes I think that have been happening that might relate to animal cruelty in the our society deals with animal abuse would be, I know locally, under our last mayoral administration, statistically the kill rate in our local shelters went down, so that more animals were able to be adopted and fewer were having to be euthanized in our shelters. I know that our local shelters also have programs where they offer training packages for people who adopt certain kinds of dogs, and specifically one I heard about recently was one for people who adopt pit bulls who are sometimes have kind of like a negative image, or people think that they're like big, tough, mean dogs. So I think they're trying to incentivize adopting like more powerful dogs and really making them part of your family. I think our shelters are doing a great job with that.
In the United States, pet animals are commonly abused through abandonment and neglect. Owners simply stop looking after them.
They also, and through promotion, different kind of events. I also think like the social opinion, or like the sort of like the general perspective in society is sort of changing. People really don't, publicly anyway, abide animal cruelty. Probably anyone who asks is going to tell you they think it's not okay. And even recently we've seen some animal cruelty cases prosecuted in courts locally. Also, I think that rescue organizations are doing a great job promoting themselves. I think social media does a really is a great service to them, helps them publicize dogs, and helps them do community outreach events and things. And also, rescue dogs are more popular now just in our society. So for example, rescue dogs can even compete in AKC events. So people who might have thought, oh, I want to do dog sports with my dog, and might have wanted to get a purebred for that reason, now they can even show at national level AKC competitions. So I think like from the local level to the national level, people are realizing rescue dogs are good, and that saving animals is really valuable.
Dogfighting is a type of blood sport in which dogs are forced to fight one another for the entertainment and or profit of spectators. If you hear or see any case of animal cruelty, call Animal Protection of New Mexico. Their number is 505-265-2322. Animal Protection of New Mexico is also located on 301 Gold Avenue, Southwest Albuquerque, New Mexico. Please help end animal cruelty.
So don't you